You're new to credit cards, but you wish to get into travel, but the cash flow isn't quite there. You've heard all about the American Express Platinum and the Chase Sapphire Reserved, but you're not ready to drop the large annual fees of $6.95 and $5.50. So how can you create a travel credit card setup with a single issuer, which offers great multipliers and transfer partners, all for $0 in annual fees? The answer is this $0 annual fee Capital One Trifecta, which I'm about to break down for you. Stick around and learn that you don't need to spend a single penny in annual fees to get into travel. This Capital One Trifecta has you covered. First, I need to explain what a Capital One mile is because there's often confusion between a mile and a point. A Capital One mile is synonymous to a point earned on Amex, Bilt, Chase, or Citi credit cards. This means that your purchase dollar amount times the multiplier in a given category results in the number of Capital One miles you may expect to earn. Given that a Capital One mile is synonymous to a point, not only may you transfer Capital One miles to airlines, but you may also transfer Capital One miles to hotel programs, car rental programs, and cruises. For the life of me, I don't understand why Capital One won't change the name from miles to points to eliminate this confusion. I think someone in the Capital One marketing department is too embarrassed to admit that they made a mistake in calling the reward program miles instead of points, and continues to double down. However, let's break down the 3 Capital One cards in this $0 annual fee travel card trifecta. First up is the QuickSilver. Avoid the QuickSilver One, which has a $39 annual fee. If you want to know the difference between the QuickSilver and the QuickSilver One, watch my video here. Earn 5% cashback on hotels and car rentals purchased via the Capital One portal. Earn 1.5% on all other purchases. Now let's get into the bonus. You get $200 in cashback with $500 spend over the first 3 months. A 6-month Uber One membership through November 2024. So that means there's no delivery fee on your Uber Eats orders. There's also 0% APR on balance transfers for the first 15 months, but keep in mind it's subject to a 3% transfer fee. Now for usage, this card is extremely simple to understand. It should be used as your catch-all card within this 3-card setup. This means that if a purchase is not going to fit into one of the elevated multiplier categories of the other cards, this card would then swoop in and be used to ensure that your minimum multiplier will be 1.5%. Next up is the SavorOne. Avoid the Savor, which comes in with a $95 annual fee. Again, if you want to know the difference between the SavorOne and the Savor, watch my video here. Keep in mind, our use case is a $0 annual fee travel card trifecta. This card is one of the best free cashback cards out there. It earns 3% on dining, supermarkets, and streaming. Earn 8% cashback on Capital One Entertainment. So before you shop for concert tickets, be sure to check which events Capital One is sponsoring. Earn 3% cashback on regular entertainment like movies, theaters, and amusement parks. Earn 10% cashback on Uber and Uber Eats, and then earn 1% cashback on all other purchases. The bonus is the same as a QuickSilver. You get a $200 bonus after spending $500 in the first 3 months. You get a free Uber One membership through November 2024. This improves upon the QuickSilver bonus, which only gives you a 6 months Uber One membership. You also get 0% APR on balance transfers for the first 15 months, subject to a 3% transfer fee. Now for usage, this card is your workhorse. This is where you're going to earn most of your miles because outside of housing, dining, and supermarkets are going to be your largest monthly spend. Before we get into the third and final card in this trifecta lineup, it's important to call out to those new to using travel rewards, i.e. points or miles, that the best value for your buck is to transfer your Capital One miles out to transfer partners. The QuickSilver and SavorOne cards each earn cash back, but the card I'm about to mention allows you to convert all the cash back earned into Capital One miles. So here is card number 3, the VentureOne. Avoid the Venture, which comes at a $95 annual fee. To learn the difference between the two, watch my video here. Remember, our use case is a $0 travel trifecta. So we're going to talk about the multipliers, and remember, with the previous 2 cards, we were earning cash back. Now we're going to talk about earning miles. VentureOne earns you 5x Capital One miles for hotels and car rentals booked via the Capital One portal. Earn 1.25x miles on everything else. This is a bare bones travel card, which means you don't get lounge access and you don't get global entry, but you do get transfer partners, which we're going to talk about in a minute. In terms of a bonus, you get 20,000 Capital One miles after spending $500 in the first 3 months. And once again, there's a 0% APR on balance transfers for the first 15 months, subject to a 3% transfer fee. For usage, this card is what provides you access to travel partners. So all of the cash back earned on the previous cards may be converted to miles and then transferred out to partners to get the best value. I urge you all never to book a trip in the Capital One portal unless it's a paid trip. When using your hard-earned Capital One miles to book a trip, it behooves you to do lots of research. You should compare the amount of miles it would cost to book a trip via the portal against what it would cost if you transfer miles to a partner and then book directly with the partner. It takes a lot of work, but it's best to maximize the value of the miles that you've accumulated. All right, let's get into the transfer partners. This is a snapshot of the Capital One transfer partners. However, Emirates, Flying Blue, and Turkish Airlines are the ones I'm focused on at the moment. You should be able to use any of these transfer partners to travel pretty much anywhere. Given that this is a travel setup, it's important to point out that Capital One cards don't incur foreign transaction fees. Why is that important? You want to make sure that you can use the cards at home to earn travel rewards, but that you could also take them on the road with you, regardless of what part of the world you're in. I'm partial to Africa, so jump over to my travel channel to see all my musings. So in summary, the QuickSilver, SavorOne, and VentureOne are perfect $0 annual fee cards for that person who is new to travel or that person who isn't interested in paying a premium for luxury travel cards. I wish I knew when I started my travel credit card journey that I could have a $0 annual fee travel setup that would allow me to earn rewards towards travel. This video demonstrates that you do not need to spend a single penny on high-end travel cards to begin earning rewards towards travel. So if you're young or new to travel, this is a great beginner setup. As you mature in your travel game, Capital One offers a premium travel card, the Venture X, or you may choose to branch out to other issuers like American Express, Citi, and Chase. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to more content like this, and be sure to check out my travel channel at Richard Debs. Thanks for watching until the end. Take care and be good to each other.